Do you want your blog to rank #1 on Google? Let's face it, if you are a blogger and you want people to read your articles, you need to be at the top of the Google search pages. And the only way you can do that is if you have some knowledge of search engine optimization, or SEO. And in this video, we're going to talk about what SEO is and how you can use it to rank at the top of Google search pages. And if you stay to the end of this video, I'll give you 3 SEO tips that you can start using today. Hi, it's Steve from It Makes Sense, where we give you the tools, tips, and strategies to help you grow an online affiliate marketing business. Now, there isn't one correct definition of SEO, but the one I like the best is SEO is the process of creating, editing, optimizing your content so it shows up in the dominant position in the organic search results of Google. That's a mouthful. Yeah, I know that's a mouthful, but don't worry, we're going to break that definition down in this video. But before we do, I just want to talk about Google, and we're going to use Google in this video as an example because, let's face it, Google dominates the search engine world. But these concepts still apply if you're going to use Yahoo or Bing, but for now, we're just going to stick with Google. So let's just start there. What is Google? Well, Google is a program that you ask a question, it then searches millions of data points, analyzes those data points, and then returns to you the best content it thinks will answer the question you have. So let's show a live example. All right, I'm in Google, and suppose I'm in the market to buy a pair of noise canceling headphones, but I want to know what are the best ones to buy. So I can come to Google and I can type in best noise canceling headphones. So as you can see, there are about 23.2 million results for the question I asked Google. And on the first page right here, Google gave me what they think is the top answers to the question I had, which is what is the best noise canceling headphones. And it only took Google 1.05 seconds to return all these results. Now, Google, as well as the other search engines, can discover all the available content on the internet by a process known as crawling and indexing, and we'll get to that in a second. And once this process is done, then it must see how well the content matches our question, and that process is called ranking. Okay, now that we have our search results for the best noise canceling headphones, let's talk about the difference between organic and paid traffic. And as I said in the intro, SEO is all about appearing in the dominant position in organic search results. And organic search results are the results that are earned through our SEO efforts versus those that are paid for. So let's take a closer look and I can show you the difference between the two. So if you look right here there's this little ad next to this one and this one. That means someone paid to be at the top of the search results. So Sony and bestoffers.com paid to be at these dominant positions. So that's what a paid ad will do. All right, if I scroll down a little further, I can see that CNET and TechRadar.com, they don't have the little ads sign right here next to their URL. So these show up based on organic, meaning they didn't pay to be in this position. They used SEO. Still with me? Good. Another term we need to go over is search engine results page, or SERP for short. Now, these are the pages Google displays in response to a question that we ask. So in this example, this whole page is the SERP. Now, if you look, you'll see there's different SERP features that are included with our results. So let's go over a few. So the first SERP feature that I want to show you is called shopping results. And this is a listing that sells these products directly with information such as location, the images, as well as the pricing. All right, another SERP feature is paid results. And we went over that earlier when we talked about the different ads. But these are results bought by bidding on keywords. And you'll know that what the paid ads are by the obvious ad next to the website URL. Another SERP feature that you often see is one that's called, let me scroll down to the bottom, and this is called a local teaser pack. Now this snippet shows you information when Google thinks you have local intent. So it shows additional information like where I can go to buy noise canceling headphones. And it usually shows the location, the hours, and then any other information that I need to where locally I can go buy best noise canceling headphones. So another SERP feature that you typically see is what's called a news box. This snippet shows mainly timely, newsworthy topics. So this is probably not a good example of best noise canceling headphones. Probably doesn't have a lot of news box SERP features, but it does have two. So you can see the example of this news box SERP feature. Now another SERP feature that you often see, and typically towards the bottom, are the related questions. Now this SERP feature will show you questions that Google feels is related to your question. So in this example, it shows you best noise canceling headphones under $100, best noise canceling headphones under $200, and you can see the different related search results that Google feels is relevant to the question you asked. So there are two other SERP features that I want to show you that aren't on this page. So if I come over here and I type in what are headphones, let's see if it shows up. Okay, yes. So right here, this is called a knowledge panel. Now the knowledge panel typically appears on the right side of the results, and it gives you a little more information about, for instance, what are headphones. And then the last SERP feature I want to show you is the videos. So these are pulling different videos. In this example, it's pulling videos from YouTube that'll answer the question, what are headphones? So that is SERPs, and those are the different SERP features that you will typically find on the search results for whatever question you're asking Google. So hopefully you know a little bit more now about Google and organic versus paid traffic. You know a little bit more about SERPs. Now, what's important for any website or any blog that you create is you want to be able to be seen by Google. And how does this work? Well, I'm glad you asked. Google has three main functions, and the first one is crawling. So think of the internet as a massive spiderweb of interlinking websites, and the links make up the web of the spiderweb, and Google sends out millions of spiders to find new sites, new pages or posts, or updated content by traveling along these links. The second function of Google is indexing. So once a Google spider finds a new piece of content, it will store the content's information into a huge database of all the content that it knows about. The third function of Google is ranking. So when someone asks Google a question, it goes through its database looking for the best relative content it thinks answers the question and returns those results to the SERP. The order of the results is known as ranking. So that was just a basic description of how Google, or really any search engine, works. So that was just a brief description of how Google, or really any search engine, works. And it's more complicated than that, but that's for another video. So we get to the question of, why is SEO important? Well, think of Google SERPs as real estate. If you're on that very top position, it's like you own the Buckingham Palace, worth like $1.5 billion. And as you move down and down and down, the real estate becomes less valuable, to the point where you're almost living in like a cardboard box. Now the reason for this is because the higher you are on that search results page, the more likely customers are going to click on your website URL and read your content. And as you start to move down and down, and even into the page 2 and 3 of Google search, the likelihood becomes less and less. And most customers don't look past the first page of Google search results, which is why you want to do whatever you can to increase your position on the search results page. And SEO deals with organic traffic, and most customers click on these organic links. And according to the research done by Oak City Tech, 94% of people that Google something actually click on the organic results versus the paid ads. Also, SEO is timeless. So once you create a piece of content, whether it's a blog post or a video or whatever, and you are able to get it to one of those top positions, if you can get it on the first page, it can stay there for a very long time. Whereas if you're paying to be in that top position, once you stop paying for that ad, your position goes away. So that's another reason why SEO is so important. So that's why you see, if you want to create a blog that lasts a very long time, SEO is vital to your blog success. Now, as you continue your study of SEO, you're going to come across two different terms regarding SEO. And one is called white hat SEO, and the other is called black hat SEO. So white hat SEO deals with practices that abide by Google's rules. And conversely, black hat SEO deals with things that try to fool Google's rules. And I'm going to show you three different white hat strategies in a second that you can use starting now. But first, let's go over some black hat SEO and things you want to avoid. So one black hat tactic is called article spinning, or fancy term for plagiarism. That's if you copy someone else's blog post. Another is if you create duplicate content. So if let's say you have a website, www.abc.com, and it has content, and then you create another one called www.xyz.com, and it has the exact same content. That's black hat SEO. Another black hat tactic is something called keyword stuffing. And let's say you want to rank for the keyword best noise canceling headphones, and you have an article, and basically within that article all you write is best noise canceling headphones. That's keyword stuffing. So you want to create content that has the keywords in it, but you don't want to overdo it. It has to be able, a reader has to be able to read it and make sense of it. Another tactic is called cloaking, and that's where Google sees one type of content, but the visitors see a completely different type of content. Or there's things that you can put, code that you can put in your article that Google can see, but your visitors cannot. So although some of these tactics can work, I highly recommend you stay away from them, because Google is pretty smart, and they're eventually going to find out that you're using these black hat tactics, and they could potentially ban your website, and you don't want that. So let's stick with white hat tactics. So here are 3 SEO tips that you can start right now on your blog that'll help you get to the top position in the Google rankings. All right, the first tip is to use Google Search Console. Now, Google gives you a completely free tool that you can use, and it will tell you how you can rank #1. It's called Google Search Console, and it's 100% totally free. But remember, once you sign up, it will take a few days to populate the data. So go sign up for Google Search Console and then wait a couple days. Now, one of the cool things about Google Search Console is it'll show you which keywords you're getting impressions for. So what is an impression? An impression is when you, let's say you do a search on Google, let's say what is SEO, and you see all of these different listings. An impression is nothing more than how many people are seeing your listing. Now, what Google Search Console also shows you is how many clicks you're getting per impression, and that is called your click-through rate. Now, you ideally want to strive for a 5% click-through rate. That's considered really good. Anything above that, you're doing exceptional. So how do we use this information? Well, let's look at an example. When I first started my blog, I wrote an article called How to Start Affiliate Marketing, and I was getting pretty high impressions, but terrible click-through rate. So what this Search Console was telling me was that I wasn't creating engaging enough content, which leads us to tip number 2, which is you have to create engaging content that people love to read, but you also have to make your content thorough. Now, originally when I wrote this article, it was only 1,500 words, and it was a supporting article to another article I have. But because I saw so many impressions, I decided to change it to a 5,000 word article. And before, I only talked about the basics of affiliate marketing. But if you want to learn more, then you would have to go and click on a course that I recommend. Now I've changed that article talking about how to choose a niche, what products to promote, how to get traffic, the tools you need. I added video, added more images, and I went into greater depth talking about affiliate marketing, and if they wanted to learn more at the end, then I pointed them to a full training course. So the goal of your content is to make it so amazing that people should read it and not have any more questions. Your content should leave people with the impression that your site is the only site they need to visit because all of their questions are answered. And no one does this better than Neil Patel. He does an amazing job of answering people's questions in all of his articles. The third tip is you want to optimize your title and your meta description. So if you see here, this is my article here. This is my title, and here's my description, my meta description. And within this article, my keyword is secret affiliate marketing hacks. So I have it in my title, and I also have it in my meta description. I have it twice. But you cannot just put the keyword everywhere. Google is too smart for that. You have to make sure that the meta description flows and is easy to read and makes people want to click on that title to read the article. So that's it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful with your SEO. And if you did, please hit that thumbs up and let me know so I can create more content like this, and it really helps my channel grow. And leave me a comment down below and let me know another SEO tactic that you use. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing, as I'm putting out content all the time regarding affiliate marketing, the tools, the tactics, and the strategies. And with that, I will see you guys in my next video. Okay. So this is just a basic description, but I'm by Oak City Tech.